One gotta be a fan of the football team. To be a reporter, man, it's his dream. One gotta be a fan of the football team. To be a reporter, man, it's his dream. You got Terry over there, Chase on the edge. One gotta never miss an upload on the football team. So hit the subscribe for my man. And turn on post notifications. Hit that thumbs up for my man. Washington in the Super Bowl.
Welcome back in Washington fans. So in today's video, I'm going to be predicting Washington's 2021 record. As you guys know, we do this every single year when the season is a little over a week away. I pump out my prediction video, so here it is for this season. So let's not waste no more time and get straight into today's video. So week 1, Washington hosts the Los Angeles Chargers. That is next Sunday. I cannot wait. I have Washington winning this game. We're going to start off the season 1-0. Then we have a short turnaround and we face the New York Giants at home on prime time, Thursday Night Football. I have us beating the New York Giants. We owe them one. I want New York so bad. As you guys know, and I'm pretty sure this is for everybody, but we grew up hating the Dallas Cowboys, and I still hate the Dallas Cowboys with a passion. But over the years, the Giants have just grew to be a pain in my side, and I want the Giants so bad. And I think this is the year we're finally going to hand them an L. Daniel Jones is 4-0 against us, man. It's about time we give him a L. It's no reason he should be 4-0 against us. So I think we're going to beat the New York Giants at home on prime time, and we start out the season 2-0. Moving on to week 3, we have the Buffalo Bills. We go up to New Era Field, I want to say it is, up in Buffalo, and I think this is the first loss of the season. I think Buffalo is just too good. They're a Super Bowl contender. That offense is high powered. Now I do think it's going to be a good game to at least start it off, and then I think towards the end of the game Buffalo is just going to tear it up. Josh Allen is an incredible quarterback, so I have us suffering our first L of the season. Moving on to the next game, we play the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta. I think this is a win for Washington. Atlanta is in a semi-rebuild. I think we take care of business in Atlanta. Moving on to New Orleans. Washington hosts New Orleans in a Week 5 showdown. Jameis Winston at the helm, and I think this is another win for Washington. Although Jameis Winston has looked good in the preseason that just passed, I still think Washington is overall a better team than New Orleans. Of course, we know they have Alvin Kamara. I don't think Michael Thomas is going to be ready for this game, so I think Washington should take care of New Orleans in a handable fashion. So moving on to the next game, the Washington football team hosts the Kansas City Chiefs, and I think this is another loss for Washington. I don't think we can keep up with Kansas City as much as I do think our team is good and is possibly a playoff contender. Kansas City is just the best foot team in all of football, hands down. I don't care that they lost the Super Bowl last year. I don't care how good the Bills is. I don't care how good Tampa Bay is. Kansas City is the best team in all of football, man, and Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in all of football, and I don't think we're ready for Kansas City just yet, so I think that's another loss for Washington. Moving on to the next game, Washington travels to Lambeau Field, and we play the Green Bay Packers, and I think this is another loss for Washington once again. Aaron Rodgers, man, he is the man, and he won MVP last year, so Aaron Rodgers, you know, there's no question about him being still one of the best, if not the best quarterback in all of football. And hey, this could be Aaron Rodgers facing his new team, who knows? But I do have Washington losing this game, and I don't know, maybe it'll be close, but Washington loses this game. Moving on, I have Washington beating the Denver Broncos as we travel to Mile High to face the Broncos. Although this is going to be a good game, Ronald Darby gets to face Washington. That defense is phenomenal. They're in a similar state than us because that defense is really good, but they don't have a quarterback. They have Teddy Two Gloves and Drew Lock. We have Ryan Fitzpatrick. We're just one quarterback away. That's both of the teams right there. Denver and Washington is a quarterback away from making a Super Bowl run, but I do think Washington ends up beating Denver. Although I do think that defense is talented, I think our team overall is just more talented than Denver. We have the better head coach, so I do think we are going to take care of Denver in Mile High. Coming off the win versus the Denver Broncos, you can book it right now. I've been this confident about this game since the schedule released. Washington is set to host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home, and I think this is the game Washington gets its payback because we owe these boys one. We gave them the most competition that they seen all playoffs last year, and that's including the Super Bowl. So I think we owe these boys one. We owe Tom Brady a butt whooping, man. So I have Washington winning this game. This is the game I'm most confident in the whole entire season. Since this schedule came out, I said we're going to beat Tampa Bay. We owe those boys one. So book it right now. Washington beats Tampa Bay. Moving on to the next game, the Washington football team travels to Carolina to face Ron Rivera's old squad, the Carolina Panthers. New quarterback in town, Sam Darnold. I think Washington take care of the business, though. We're just an overall better team than Carolina. Although they're on the up and coming, I think Washington just takes care of business versus Carolina. We owe those boys one too for Ron, because Dwayne Haskins wants to poop it away last year. We got some for Carolina this year. Yeah. So moving on to the next game, Seattle at Washington on a Monday Night Football game. I have us losing this game. Russell Wilson is just too good. He's my favorite NFL player, and non-Washington football team related. And I just think, although they're not giving Russell Wilson a good supporting cast as far as the offensive line and the defense goes, obviously I know they have DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. We had these boys on the ropes too last year, but I do think Russell Wilson gets the win against us. Russell Wilson is just a man, and he's too good. So moving on to the next game, I have the Washington football team beating the Las Vegas Raiders at Las Vegas. Although we do have to travel the half of the country to face these boys, I do think we take care of business versus Las Vegas. They have Derek Carr, they have Henry Ruggs. We know that offense is really talented, but that defense is suspect though. So I do think Washington take care of business versus Las Vegas. Now we get into the NFC East gauntlet to close out the season. We face the Dallas Cowboys at home. I have us winning this game versus the Dallas Cowboys at home. I just feel like this is going to be one of the games where we're fighting. We're both at the top of the division, also along with the Giants, and we're all three fighting for that NFC East crown, and this is going to be one slugfest, but I do think we're going to come out on top, and we're going to beat the Dallas Cowboys. Moving on, we have a game versus the Philadelphia Eagles up in the link, and I think we take care of business versus the Philadelphia Eagles, man. The Eagles are going to stink this year. I don't think they're going to be as bad as people think they're going to be, but they're going to stink this year. They're not going to be no competition in my opinion, so I think we take care of business versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Then you come back and we have to travel to Arlington to face the Dallas Cowboys, and I have us losing this game. The Dallas Cowboys are going to be pissed off about the loss that they suffered to us a couple weeks ago, and they're going to come back and beat us. I have us splitting with the Dallas Cowboys, although I do think we're going to be the two teams fighting for the division along with the New York Giants. I do think that offense is going to get the better of us because that offense is really good. I know a lot of us, we're born to hate on the Dallas Cowboys, but we got to call a spade a spade. That offense is one of the best in all of football if they can stay healthy, and they're going to owe us one. They're going to beat us in Arlington. Then to close off the season, we face the New York Football Giants in Week 18, and this could be for the division, Washington versus New York, but I have New York beating us up in the Meadowlands just because, one, we can't win there, and I had us splitting with the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys to begin with. We beat those boys at home in Week 2. Now they're coming back to beat us at their home place, and I think that's how Washington caps off its 2021 season. So to cap off the season, I have Washington finishing 11-6. I think this team is talented enough to be that good, and who knows, they can even be better. So to finish off the video, I want to give you guys my floor and ceiling for the Burgundy and Gold this year. So for the floor, I think there is no way Washington doesn't win more than 6 games. At worst, I'd have us winning 6 games, and I think for the ceiling, it's going to be 12-5 for the Burgundy and Gold, and possibly even better. But that is my ceiling and floor: 6-11 and 12-5. Let me know what you guys think about my record prediction down below. Put yours in the comment section. As always, it's me, your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Help to the Washington football team. I'm out. Peace.
Cross me one time, that's gonna get you pop. Get you poppin'.